Life has a way of making you question yourself. Like, am I good enough?
What's my purpose?
When will my change come?
Is this really my life?
Trust me, I know. I've been there too, and I'm still navigating through some of those questions. Come join me here with Beauty Beyond the Chairs as I explore the when, where, how, and why of life's journey, and learn how to be beautifully fearless, embracing our flaws and learning to grow and be you fully fearless. Come have a seat with me.
Hey family, welcome back to Beauty Beyond the Chairs, the Fight to Be Me series. I'm your host, Shaquila Janae, and today's episode is incredibly close to my heart. I'm joined by someone who has not only watched my journey, but is now creating her own. My 19-year-old daughter, Dalia. Dalia is a college student, hairstylist, entrepreneur, and a young woman growing in faith and purpose. Today, we're talking about our relationship, her evolution into womanhood, navigating business, dating, identity, and how faith plays a role in all of that. This isn't just mother-daughter talk. It's a moment for every young woman out there who's becoming, searching, and fighting to be herself. Welcome to Becoming Me, a Daughter's Voice. Let's get into it. And we're going to start this segment out. Everybody welcome my daughter, Dalia.
Hey, guys.
And it's such an honor to have you here, Dalia, with us. We're going to jump right into this segment. And the first segment is the bond and the balance, mother-daughter real talk. So, Dalia, I have a question for you. What's the biggest misconception people have about mother-daughter relationships, especially when you're both strong personalities?
I feel like one of the biggest misconceptions would be like when a mom is protective, it can be looked at as jealousy. But most of the time, I feel like it's not envy, it's just experience. And she's seen, my mom has seen like a lot of things that I haven't. So she's really trying to shield me, not stop me.
Absolutely. I can add on to that majority of the time when a parent is trying to protect their kid, sometimes we could be overbearing, but at the same time, like you said, from experience, we know. And so we don't want you to go down the same road, but we do want you to experience your own path. But if there's a way that we can guide you, of course, we're going to try to the best of our ability. And sometimes that can come off as in, I don't know, maybe like awkwardness, because majority of the time the kid doesn't understand. And then when it's someone on the outside looking in and they don't understand, they look at it as like, oh, your mama jealous of you or something crazy like that along those lines.
Yes, I agree with that. And I think it's true. But what would you say is the biggest misconception?
To me, the biggest misconception would be basically a parent being a friend to their child. A lot of adults that I know of say you cannot parent your child and be your child's friend. I see that as being impossible, because at what point in time do you open up the barrier that usually blocks most relationships for open communication? A child is not going to want to communicate to someone who makes them feel inferior and not be able to express themselves freely. But there is a cap for all expressions, you know? So I do feel like that is one of the biggest misconceptions. I feel like that is wrong, but to each his own.
Agreed.
And with that being said, my next question to you, Dalia, is how do we stay honest with each other when it gets hard?
I feel like we can stay honest with each other by giving each other space, not only to just listen to each other, but to feel and process our emotions, and also learning to listen to each other without jumping to defend what we're saying, feeling.
That's very true. I do recall when you were a little bit younger, I think you were about maybe 11 or 12 years old, and I wrote you a letter letting you know that the door is always open for you to tell me whatever it is that you need to tell me, but I need you to understand that you got to give me time to digest what you say so that I don't react off of what I've already put in my system. Give me time to download it. Like a computer has to download information, I need to be able to process this to understand how to respond to you respectfully as a person, not just as my child. What is something I did as a mom that you didn't understand until now?
I would say really when I was like younger, like in middle school and then like my first year at high school, when you wouldn't let me like go out as much as I do now with my friends and stuff. I never understood why you wouldn't like give me the freedom to do that. But now that I'm like older and in college, I really appreciate it because I feel like I'm in a space where I can like try new stuff that I haven't already done when I was younger. Like I'm at an appropriate age where I can try new stuff and I have a good sense of discernment and being able to tell right from wrong and being able to know like my limits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like with you holding me back a little bit during that time when I was like 12 and 13, I feel like that helped me give me those traits.
Yeah, it gives you that motive to stand back and be like, I don't know. And it's so funny because even at the age of 19, I love the fact of the matter that even in your decision making, you include me. Like you don't just automatically just be like, well, I'm gonna do this because I'm 19, I'm grown, I can do what I want to do. You still be like, hey mom, X, Y, and Z. And what do you think? Or, well, this is what I said, and was I wrong? Or this is what I did, and do you think I did that right? I love that about you. I love the fact of the matter that you carry yourself in a poise that gives room for you to grow and learn from your mistakes, but at the same time, you still desire a little bit of guidance, you know? So that's a beautiful thing. So was there a time frame that you ever thought that I was being hard on you when I would say certain things? Like, do you see things differently now? I know you said that now you're processing of being able to go out and about, being able to, you know, experience life yourself. But was there ever anything that you thought I was being too hard on you about?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, back then I probably thought a lot of stuff that you were doing was like hard on me. But now that I'm older and I got siblings and like I like to step up and try to help you and stuff like that, I understand why you did all of that.
Well, I must commend you because not only just now are you stepping up to assist, but since a young girl, even when your brother was first born, like that was your baby. Like, couldn't nobody get little Minnie Mouse to like let her brother go. It was like, yeah, that's my baby. I got him. I'm gonna feed him. No, move. I got him. I'm gonna teach him how to walk. No, I got it. We're gonna ride the bike outside today, Mama. Can we go now? You coming with us? Like, so you have always been that care of a sister. You know what I mean? I won't say a second mom. I'll just say lieutenant. Because when it comes push come to shove, like big sister's gonna step in and be like, hey, y'all know what y'all not doing and y'all better do it because mom this, mom that. And especially when I can recall when I was sick and lupus was really attacking me really bad. And there were times where the body just shut down. And I know you didn't understand at that young age. You didn't understand what was going on, but you made it your thing to step up to the plate and be like, look, guys, we got to keep this rolling. We got to keep this going. And we got to make sure that mom is able to take care of herself. And then when she can't, we have to be the ones to step up. I even remember you giving me my first injections when I first got the injections. You remember that?
Yeah.
And I was so scared. I was just like, oh God, I cannot do this. I got it. Here, let me do it.
Let me wipe it off.
Yeah, let me wipe it off. This helps me with schooling. So I do appreciate you and I commend you for stepping up to the plate. And I always worried that it would make you grow up too fast. But I realized that in all honesty, it only helped you track toward your career path, but it also gave you an insight on life, as in like it's not always going to be easy, but I have to make sure that the job is done.
Right.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. So we're going to go and play a little fun rapid fire. Who's more dramatic?
You. I think I can be a little bit of a drama queen, and I get that from you, but I think you are more dramatic.
I think I am too. I think I take the pill, boy. I'm like, what? Oh goodness, we got to find a way to fix that a little bit. Because boy, when I get in a panic, it's over and done with. God got me though. We got it. Okay, who takes longer to get ready? You.
No, I know Taylor wanted to get
You was really about to say you. No, I am. That's you. Mrs.
Well,
I gotta make sure that the fit is on point. I gotta make sure that my hair is on point.
It just depends on where we're going.
That's true.
The occasion.
That is true. I will say that. Okay. Who is the better stylist?
Definitely. I still got a lot more stuff to learn. If I was really getting into like the field and stuff like that, I would definitely come to you because you're better. You're a professional. You know a lot more. You can teach me a lot more.
Oh, I appreciate that. I honestly see it as in you because you do a lot of things that I do not do any longer. And I have loved the way that I've seen you master every aspect of your craft. You actually have changed the way that you do your booking. You've changed the way you interact with your clients. I know when you first began, when you were helping me in the salon, you would be so quiet, so timid and behind your clients. And I used to be like, oh my goodness, Delia, like you're going to have to build a rapport with them. You're going to have to build a relationship because nobody wants to just come in the chair and just sit in silence. And you'll be able to know which clients really just want that peace of mind and that silence or whatnot. And when that's desired, you just give it to them and you let them know, like, hey, I'm here. If you have any questions, I'm just going to go ahead and, let you do your thing. Because some of them be on their computers doing their work or doing their school work or doing their office work. So it's great to see you coming into your own. I love that about you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. We're going to slide on into segment 2, which is building the brand at 19, young entrepreneur. What is the first time you felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing?
I can't really remember the very first time, but I always know that this was like meant for me after I get done doing a client and they just, like you can see, they feel really confident and like they're really glowing and they I like making people feel pretty. I like making women feel beautiful. So I knew that was for me when I could see it openly on people's face. Like they were confident and they felt like they looked good after I was finished with my work.
Absolutely. It's like that glow just makes you warm up inside. I understand that feeling so well. I think a lot of stylists who really love what they do, they get that feeling because like sometimes those clients, they come in with their heads low or they don't want to show that their hair a little bit nappy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they take off that scarf or that hat or whatnot and they looking like, don't you judge me. And nobody's judging you at all, but it's like as soon as you spin them around in the chair and they look in that mirror and they see the transformation, it's like a light flickers, you know what I mean? And you can even see it in the way they move, like their body language changes. So I totally feel you on that. Okay. Watching you handle your business with grace makes me proud because it's just like, let's see, you've been working in the salon since you were a jit. Like you literally was what, 11 or 10?
Probably about 11.
11, yeah.
Like 6th, 7th grade.
Yeah, and you would come in and you would do the braid downs and stuff like that. And it's just, seeing you develop into this person who's like, you got confidence now. Like your confidence is through the roof. Like if someone gives you a picture and like, I want this, it's nothing for you to be like, oh yeah, we can achieve that. Yeah, I got you,
Mm-hmm.
So to see you grow into this individual with so much confidence and what is the word? Grace and so much poise about themselves. It's just beautiful. Confidence and so much what is the word? Grace and so much poise about themselves. It's just beautiful. So share with me a hard lesson you learned in business.
I would say being consistent, especially with doing hair or really any type of beauty service. I feel like you really need to be consistent because around the year it might be a lot of slow seasons, but as long as you're consistent and you promote yourself, then I don't think it would be looked at as much as like a hardship that I have to get over.
How do you think you'll handle something like that if it comes your way now?
With my social media growing, and then a lot more people getting on different like websites like TikTok and Instagram, if I was to experience a slow season at this time, I would do what I said, just promote myself, post my favorite content, just promote myself.
Okay, that makes sense. So we're gonna go on into segment 3, love, dating, and identity, relationships, and becoming. So Dalia, what do you think young women need to hear more of when it comes to love?
I think they really need to hear that love shouldn't make you lose yourself and lose like your identity and who you actually are.
How do you guard your heart in a culture that pushes everything fast?
I really like to just lock in on myself. I journal a lot, so I like to tell myself to like slow down and listen to my gut feeling, and remember that being chosen to be loved by somebody should not make you feel used or anything of that nature.
That's facts. Absolutely. What's one dating red flag you've learned to spot?
Inconsistency.
Let's say that.
Inconsistency. If their words and actions don't align with each other,
Yes or no?
yeah.
Absolutely. How did we approach the topic of dating growing up?
I think honestly you just didn't sugarcoat anything about it. I feel like you kept it real with the heartbreak parts of it and the beauty side of it. Like the good that can come and the bad that can come.
Yeah, I just always felt like it was best for me to let you know straightforward that it might look like daisy sunshine and rainbows and all that good stuff. But baby, sometimes thunderstorms come, sometimes hailstorms come, and when they do, you have to know where you stand. Are you going to be dancing outside in the rain? Or you going in the house and getting yourself together? Which one we doing? Because sometimes it can get really rough. What's something you admire in the way I carry myself in relationships?
I think I admire how you have your standards pretty high, and with you being a mother, you always make sure that we also not really like approve, but we I don't know the word.
Accept?
Yeah.
Are comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah, that has always been my main thing when it comes down to dating. Being a mother, I knew that whomever I engaged with would always have to know that these kids are my forefront. Nothing comes before them. And until I become Mrs. Whomever, my whole focal point is literally these children and making sure that they succeed in life. And a lot of people used to tell me, oh, you shouldn't be focusing on them kids so much because eventually they gonna grow up and they gonna leave. And I have seen signs of it with you, like knowing that you're getting to that age where at any given time a young man might see the best in you and decide this is what I need in my life, and then make you his wife. And then it's like, oh, my baby's gone. But really, in our reality, I've learned that there's never. It can never happen. Like, sir, you're going to have to love her, and you're going to have to accept me because that's mine, and you have to treat her accordingly. And I also built a standard around you to where any young man who decided to talk to you, he had to come full force, because there's not nothing that you lack. And that's why I used to take you guys on all the trips, any type of bookings that I had, any shows that I had, y'all were there, because at the end of the day, I don't want someone coming and scooping you up and saying, oh, I'm going to take you to Myrtle Beach and now you're in love. Because he didn't take you to Myrtle Beach. You're like, no, can you take me to Vegas? Can you take me to Puerto Rico? Can you take me to Miami? Can you know what I mean? Like, can you take me to because sometimes young people get fascinated by the little things.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely. I appreciate you saying that about me. But at the end of the day, it's always y'all.
Something that I have learned from you and how I expect to be treated is to never settle. Like, watching you carry yourself with the strength and the standards that you have showed me that the love isn't real if it costs your peace or your self-respect.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That is true.
I respect you a lot because I feel like you never stopped showing up for yourself or for me or for my siblings, even when times got hard. And you taught me to stand on my values and speak my truth, speak firmly in what I believe.
Yes, definitely. I respect you because as a young woman, even as a child, you have always had a determined mind. Like, you have always been the one to be like, I'm going to do, I'm going to have, and you've made it happen, even if it came from out my pocket or your daddy's. But you made it happen. Somehow, some way, you finagled that thing. You was like, yeah. Even all the way down to school. Like, at first, I remember you being like, especially when you went to Highland, you were kind of like, yeah, I don't like it. I want to be with my friends. And then it's like you found this center to put yourself in, and you just started blossoming. It's as if you decided that I have to finish. I have a goal to meet. I'm going to graduate with a 4.0. I'm going to go to a great school. I'm going to take some of the stress off my mom. You know, although you weren't big stress, it's just life is life. Everybody knows that.
Right.
And one thing that you have taught me is that when you say you're going to do it, do it. Like standing true to your word.
Standing on business.
Standing on business. How y'all say it? Business. 10 for my friend. So in this next segment, which is segment 4, is called The God Peace. Faith that anchors us. I'm going to let you start this segment out, Talia. Go ahead.
Here's what God means to me right now. I feel like I look at him as like an anchor. So when everything gets shaky, questionable, stressful, scary, there was like a lot of times where I probably questioned my faith, but I definitely held on by reminding myself who God was before my life started to get as hard and stressful as it was.
How has faith helped us navigate pressure, comparison, or fear?
I think it has reminded us that we're not in this alone as a family. I think God's grace has covered us when nothing else or nobody else has.
Absolutely. What does it mean to be beautifully fearless to you?
For me, I would say it's choosing boldness over perfection. And really walking with purpose even when I'm scared.
Absolutely. To me, it is about, like you said, standing on business. Knowing that no matter what comes your direction, you should still be able to feel self. You should still be able to know that you got this. When I came up with the slogan itself, beautifully fearless, it literally, when Natty Tatty was the one who put the tattoo on me, and he wrote it in red and black, and the BU fully stood out. So it's like, be you fully fearless. Like, how can you be full of fear if you're standing on the word of God? How can you be full of fear when he clearly tells you to fear not, for I am with you always? So to me, being beautifully fearless is walking boldly, standing firmly, and not wavering in what you stand for and who you stand for and whose you stand for. What are your go-to scriptures when you're overwhelmed?
I would say mine is the Psalms 46 and 5. God is within her, she will not fail.
I like that one a lot. Mine is Isaiah 41 and I want to say 10. And it's fear not, for I am with you. And You really shocked me with even having a go-to, because I've never really heard you quote scripture. But it's funny because you actually go to a college where it is a Bible-based, Christian-based college, correct?
Yes.
Gardner-Webb University. So that was really dope. Dang, Gardner-Webb, y'all doing y'all things, even though, I'm doing mine too, Y'all were raised in the church, so I get it. It just feels good to know that you are literally carrying the word of God around with you and standing firmly on it. I'm just so grateful to see you blossom into this young woman so full of life and so full of maturity. I know a lot of my associates who see you out and about, they'll text or call me like, I seen Delee at the store. You have done such a good job with her. She's so respectful, has such great manners. And I just be like, yeah, that's me. Yeah. But I do want to thank you for coming on the show with me. And I want to let you know that I support and appreciate every aspect of purpose you have in my life. I'm grateful every day to have such a wonderful daughter. And I want to thank all our listeners for sitting with us today. Whether you're a young woman figuring life out, a mother raising a visionary, or someone in between, know this: your voice matters, your journey counts, and who you're becoming is beautifully fearless. Big love to my daughter, Dalia, for sharing her truth and her light. Dalia, would you like to say anything to our viewers before I close out?
Thank you for having me, and thank you to everyone who is listening and supporting this podcast. And I hope y'all relationships with your daughter or any of your children get better and keeps thriving.
Absolutely. We pray nothing but blessings and peace to you all. If this episode blessed you, inspired you, or made you think, share it, tag us, and tell a friend. And don't forget to DM me your questions or stories to be featured on a future episode. Until next time,
keep becoming, keep believing, keep being you.
And remember, it's not on you, it's in you. And what's in you, they can never take away. Have a good one, y'all. Love y'all, or whatever.